everyone, Steve Crosby here. Welcome to this edition of Monday Morning Muse, and we're continuing on the theme of father-son ministry and some of the aberrations and the dangerous pitfalls that you might find along the way. Now, this one has broader application than just to that whole father-son paradigm, but it relates, and that is the whole issue of mandatory titles. Otherwise, you just can't call me Steve, you got to call me Dr. Steve. Or you can't just call me Steve, you've got to call me Prophet Steve. The need to put a title on everything. And it's presented, well, we're just trying to teach people honor. No, it's all about elevation of a few over the many. Titles do not give you rank and authority in somebody else's heart. The free exchange of love, consensually given, is what gives you authority in somebody else's heart, not your position. Now, again, I cover this in depth in my book on this topic, so I'm not going to go, I can't cover 200 pages on authority issues here, but I'll simply say a couple of things. The term apostle, let's just take that. Well, you know, apostle so-and-so and apostle so-and-so. You can't just call them by their first name. They have to be father so-and-so or papa so-and-so or daddy so-and-so or apostle so-and-so. Well, we're just doing what the Bible says. You know what? The term apostle is actually a verbal adjective being used as a noun. It's describing how somebody functions. Listen carefully. It is not a label of identity, and it is not a label of rank. It's like if you go to a farm and you see a horse running by, you call it a horse because it is doing things that a horse does. It acts like a horse, it runs like a horse, it looks like a horse, it functions like a horse. It's called a horse. The horse is its function. And because it functions that way, it has a noun that goes with it. So the notion that apostle is a mandatory title, like a noun, apostle so-and-so, is mistaken, biblically mistaken. The idea is how somebody functions in and relates to, expresses the gift of Christ within them in this thing called life. It includes apostles, it includes anything. Father so-and-so, bishop so-and-so, deacon so-and-so. Well, it's just teaching them honor. No, listen, naturally speaking, when you take something personal, private, and precious from someone, a woman, without her consent, what is that called? It's called rape. And when you force yourself on someone by telling them they must use a descriptive in front of their name, because in so doing, you are requiring of them honor, is a form of spiritual rape. Honor is something that is given by consent. It can't be demanded or taken. And if it's demanded or taken, it is illegitimate. Yeah, but Paul calls himself, called to be an apostle, called to function a certain way. There's not a shred of evidence where he made Apostle Paul a mandatory title of use to teach respect. Respect and honor are heart issues. You can call somebody apostle this or bishop that or deacon this and pastor that and evangelist this and evangelist that, and have complete disdain for them, complete disrespect towards them. Using a title doesn't develop respect or honor. That's a heart thing. And I would pose to you anyone that demands a title. Now, Paul said, I become all things to all people. If it's going to help reach somebody, like in my universe, hey, if the doctor thing is going to help me in an academic universe, I'm going to use it. I'll do anything to gain a hearing. But am I going to come to you and say, you must call me Dr. Steve because it's a matter of respect and you owe me and, I'm just a little not... No. No. And so this whole father-son thing, when some singular person in a community is known as Father so-and-so, and in the Roman tradition, isn't it funny how Protestants just wig out on the Roman tradition, but then this new apostolic Reformation and prophetic and all this stuff is like considered new revelation. The new understanding of things, recovery of things. Another problem with titles, and I'm with Kierkegaard when he said this. Kierkegaard said this: when you label me, you negate me. That is, when we title people, it's a way for us to manage them and to limit them. And I believe that is contrary to the Spirit of God, the indwelling of the Spirit of God, the heart of God, and there's really no place for it in the kingdom of Jesus. Honor is a spiritual reality. You'll know when it's there. You'll know when it's not. It cannot be forced or demanded. It is given, and it's not given by a title. See you next time.